From the Huntington Bank Studio, this is Colts 360.
Colts back home this weekend, and we are back in studio with head coach Shane Steichen to kick off this week's Colts 360. Coach, coming out of Jacksonville, getting back to work this week, what sense of urgency did you feel out of your guys as soon as you got into the building on Monday?
Well, I think we get the corrections of the game, clean those things up that we need to get cleaned up, and then put it to bed and get ready to move on to Cleveland. We got a lot of football left. We got 11 games left, and our focus right now is on Cleveland.
There is a video from Sunday in Jacksonville where toward the end of the game, Gardner Minshew was going up to each and every guy down the bench on the offense, kind of patting his chest, taking the responsibility, shouldering it all on himself. You could see the guys embracing him. Zach Moss even says, "You're good, baby." How much solidarity have you seen for your offense, even through those struggles?
Yeah, I think, there's going to be good times and there's going to be bad times. That's what the NFL is. And, everyone's got each other's backs, fight through those hard times. Obviously, yesterday was a hard, fought game for us that, we didn't get the results that we wanted. But, everyone being on the same page and having each other's back and learning from those mistakes and growing from them.
You mentioned getting into the corrections, and last week we talked about Gardner Minshew having almost like another coach's mentality with the way he studies and prepares and watches film. With that, how much does he already kind of dive in and start self-correcting and critiquing even before maybe you have to call attention to certain things?
Yeah, absolutely. A guy that, that's played a long time in this league and can see the field really well, and he knows, if you have corrections that need to be made, he knows those, and the same things as coaches. I got to be better in situations, and we all got to be better. We learn from them, we grow from them.
Michael Pittman Jr. is our guest in studio a little bit later. He's coming off a 100-yard receiving performance, highlighted by that great 40-yard catch. You've called Pittman the tone setter and the enforcer. How has he just continued to prove that week in and week out with his consistency?
He shows up every Sunday. The way he practices, the way he prepares, he practices hard and then it translates into the game. And he just makes those big-time catches when we need him. We need a clutch catch. He comes up with them for us.
We've seen another week in which Jonathan Taylor's workload continues to grow. How have you seen him gain confidence, sure, but even more so just more and more of his explosiveness come back over the course of these last few weeks?
Yeah, you can see it, being back, practicing with us the last 2 weeks, just him ramping up in practice and then creating the big explosive play on third down that he caught, against Jacksonville was huge. So continue to ramp him up and get him going.
Josh Downs last Sunday records his first career touchdown. He's off to a historic start for a rookie in terms of Colts history. How impressive is it for a rookie receiver to have the type of production that we've seen so far from Josh?
I think it's huge, but it's a credit to him and his work ethic and how he goes about his business week in and week out. The off days he's in here catching, on the jugs machines in the indoor. He's, watching tape. He's doing whatever he needs. I always see him in the training room getting treatment, getting his body right. And that just shows that veteran type of player right off the bat for a young guy. So excited about him.
Rookie on the opposite side of the ball, the hometown kid, Juju Brent, saw him come up big, passes defense, had the big first career interception as well. He had limited time back in training camp, didn't even play, I believe, until, week 3. What strides have you seen him take, maybe in terms of gaining more confidence, but also playing more instinctively to this point of the season?
Yeah, no, he's a long-rangey guy that's got great man-to-man coverage skills. He's around the ball. He always has, he's always there to make contested battles, on the football. To get his, interception yesterday was huge for him. But I just continue to see him growing and growing and growing, and the way he practices and the way he prepares is going to keep elevating his game.
Exciting game on Sunday afternoon at Lucas Oil. We'll break out the old Indiana Knights helmet here. Team is going to rock those Sunday afternoon against the Cleveland Browns. They are 3-2, coming off an impressive win against the 49ers. They've also already had their bye week, a crazy early bye for them. And this Cleveland Browns defense has only given up 1,002 yards through the first 5 games, fewest in 50 years. I know you've already faced some really good defenses so far this season. What has Cleveland been able to do so far that has made it so difficult for opposing offenses?
I think they do a really good job up front of rushing the passer, maintaining their lanes, and playing together as a unit. You can see that they're flying around the football. Their defense coordinator is doing a heck of a job with those guys, so it'll be a heck of a challenge, one we're looking forward to. We got to have a great week of preparation to get ready to go. Certainly
excited to get everybody back to Lucas Oil Stadium for a great one. Sunday, 1 o'clock kickoff at Lucas Oil Stadium. Coach, as always, appreciate the time.
Awesome, thank you.
I think he's brought my vertical game back, and that's something that I've been pushing for ever since I got here is pushing it vertical.
Michael Pittman Jr. is again putting his big play ability on display. Coming up, the wide receiver explains how he's embracing a bigger role in the offense and more of a leadership role in the locker room. That's next on Colts 360.
When the Colts score, the kids win. Meijer, the official super center of the Colts, and the Colts will donate $500 to Riley Children's Foundation for every Colts touchdown pass this season. For updates throughout the season and to learn more about how you can donate to Riley Children's Foundation, visit Colts.com/Meijer. Forte Sports Medicine and Orthopedics is proud to be the team physicians of the Indianapolis Colts. At Forte, fellowship-trained physicians and staff provide comprehensive, specialized sports medicine and orthopedic care to active patients of all ages. To learn more, visit forteortho.com. First and 10 on their own 41-yard line. Minshew on play action in the pocket. Now he's going to take a shot downfield for Michael Pittman Jr. Basket catch. He stumbles down after the reception to the 19-yard line.
And a brilliantly thrown pass by Minshew. A pickup of 40 for the Colts.
You just saw that impressive 40-yard catch from wide receiver Michael Pittman Jr. He is our guest in studio. Michael, it seems like each and every week you are making those highlight-worthy grabs week in and week out. How much confidence have you continued to build through the early part of the season?
Yeah, it's something that I think I'm kind of known for at this point. Just going out there and doing it every single week. And it was a nice throw. It was a nice play call, and all I really had to do is run and put my arms out, really. So
use your size, right?
Yeah.
That's what you do in those situations.
Yep.
Well, we have seen you make those type of plays from both Anthony Richardson and Gardner Minshew. How have you been able to establish such a rapport with both different quarterbacks when they have different styles and you are utilizing different parts of the playbook with each of those guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's all about consistency. It's the extra reps we get after practice, and we do it every single day. I think that really pays off, and then all the time we had during our summer and after our OTAs, where we met up and we had our own little workout and fellowship that we had. So I think that kind of adds to it, I think.
Your second season working with Reggie Wayne as wide receivers coach, but your first with Shane Steichen and his being the offensive play caller. What has Shane done to utilize you in maybe a different capacity than you've been able to in the past?
Yeah, I think we've already, compared to last year, I think we've already stretched the field a little more. I don't know what my longest catch was last season, but I think we've already eclipsed that through 6 games. So I think he's brought my vertical game back, and that's something that I've been pushing for ever since I got here is pushing it vertical, and we're starting to see it a little more.
You and Reggie have seemingly had a very strong rapport since he came into the building. How has that continued to grow now having a second year working together?
Yeah, we just know each other very well now, and he knows me, and he knows how I do things, and I know him, and I know how he does things, and we're both very strong-minded competitors, and sometimes we don't always think the same or agree on things, but I just lean on him because obviously he's a vet guy. He did everything that I want to do and did it at the highest level. So I just lean on him for knowledge and experience.
What is an aspect of his game that you try and emulate or incorporate into your own?
Yeah, so one thing about Reggie is he never missed practice. And when I got here, you always think about Marvin, Reggie, T.Y., and I really saw more of myself in Reggie's game. And one thing that people said about Reggie is he was the toughest guy. Yeah. And he never missed practice. And that was his one thing. He's I never miss practice because each and every practice, I'm going to get better. So that's really what I kind of took from him is always practicing.
Yeah. Reggie also well regarded for his leadership in this locker room. You have been regarded as a leader since you stepped in as well, and initially that was a lot of lead by example, still is, but it seems like you've also embraced being more of a vocal leader as you are now one of the more experienced veterans in that room. How have you seen your leadership style maybe evolve as you go into this season?
Yeah, I mean, like when I really first came in here, I kind of avoided those like speaking roles because I stutter from like time to time, and I still do. So I would shy away from that because people that didn't know me, they'd be like, why can't he talk? You know what I'm saying? And like, there's no specific reason. Like, it just happens. And now, like, everybody knows me, so I'm more inclined to say something because obviously, like, they know me and they know how I talk sometimes. So I think that like comfortability like has a factor, and then just being forced into those speaking roles, because I do still try to like avoid those, but you know, I've been forced into so many, like our luncheon and having to speak to like media and give speeches. So I'm just been getting better and better at it, against my will almost. So
I think though it's so relatable though, because there are a lot of people who I think can empathize with that, and you are such an important example for people who might be self-conscious in their own regards for something similar.
Yeah, no, and that's where more of my lead by example comes in, because I've never been much of a guy that likes to talk a lot, going back from when I was a kid. Like my mom would tell me stories where like I like just like I'll go a whole day and not say anything. So that's kind of been who I am until it's time to talk trash, and like then I'll really start talking. But other than that, I tend to be more on the quiet side and just do it.
Well, we expect there will be a lot of talking Sunday afternoon at Lucas Oil Stadium, because it is the Indiana Knights game as you host the Cleveland Browns. Michael, how excited are you guys to kind of switch things up and have freshened up jersey and then the black helmets too? Because this is a pretty different look.
Yeah, no, I mean, absolutely. I mean, this is definitely something that I don't think the Colts have ever seen before in black helmets. I mean, everything is new. We got the heathered blue, and I'm excited to see what we can put together in these uniforms. So I'm excited about it.
I know, very exciting. I know too, on your days off, I don't know about this time of year, it's starting to get a little cold, but you like to golf, I have heard. And this week, a lot of the players turned out for a very special event, golfing event at Back 9 in partnership with organizations like Big Brothers, Big Sisters. Take a look right here. Colts players teeing them up with local Central Indiana kids.
We can all kind of just be terrible together. I don't know where it went. Where'd that hit? Where'd it go? What are you calling? How far are you gonna hit it? What flag? All right, DJ. People like you, it make the world go round, because like these guys, being around positive people will change your life forever. Don't ever take it for granted, and just, I know you guys won't, and just always have fun like you always do. It's such a great time watching you guys interact with him. It's super cool.
I was the only one who signaled touchdown, so I knew I was pretty confident I was scored, but no one else reacted.
Still ahead, Kylin Granson is having a breakout season. The tight end breaks down his first career touchdown that jump-started his 2023 campaign. That's next on Colts 360.
It's time for the Forum Credit Union Question of the Week. Who holds the Colts' all-time record for touchdowns? Hall of Fame wide receiver Marvin Harrison with 128 career touchdowns. Visit the Forum Credit Union Fan Forum section of Colts.com to interact with other fans online. Forum Credit Union, helping members live their financial dreams. This season, Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is teaming up with the Colts to shine a light on outstanding small businesses. Indy's our hometown, and boosting local business is just one way we want to thank this great city. Go to Colts.com/Anthem Spotlight to nominate your favorite small business today. Anthem and the Colts, helping Hoosier small businesses score.
Just a
biggest animal you could beat in a fight? Yeah, all right, hold on.
Probably like a crocodile, you know what I'm saying? Cause like they're slow. Like I'll just like kind of punch them and run away, cause they can't really go that fast. No.
Probably Grove. And I'm saying Grover Stewart because he like as big as a bear. So
it's like I feel like a giraffe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I could hit it like in the stomach, like jump up and punch him and I could run away.
I ain't gonna lie, I fought a bear one time. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I swear.
I feel like I can get a kangaroo. Like I seen videos of like Australians boxing them.
A kangaroo.
I can 100% take out a kangaroo.
Now, are you talking about fighters in like it's like a sanctioned fight, like
Tony Brown.
both squaring up with each other?
Yeah,
or are you
yeah.
talking about I got to catch?
No,
and fight
squaring
this?
up.
No, you're in a room and you gotta survive. You're in the room.
I could an alpaca.
If you ever see me in the jungle fighting a grizzly bear, help the bear.
I mean, I could fight any animal.
In his third season, Kylin Granson is emerging as one of the most consistent factors in the offense. He is enjoying a breakout season under head coach Shane Steichen, and he breaks down that first career touchdown that kickstarted his 2023 season in the latest Director's Cut.
If there's any time to fight for that extra inch, now's the time, Kylin. You gotta reach.
Let's see what they do here. Ball in the right hash.
Points before half, it's a big deal, especially when we're kicking the ball off back to the Texans. We're actually going fast. We're really just trying to catch the defense off guard, make sure they don't get set.
Minshew, the quick snap, throws.
Come on! I was the only one who signaled touchdown, so I knew I was pretty confident I was scored, but no one else reacted. Like the refs were like, "Oh, he's short." But the other players were like, "Yeah, let's line up." You know?
So they're going to say he's out of bounds at the 1 yard line.
He tried. All I have to do is break that plane from that angle. Oh, that's close.
Just being a football player in this moment in time, I was trying to go for the end zone. I was like, I've waited 3 years for this. I feel like I've got a shot now. I'm going to go for it. It always seems slower in your head because I had caught it, I had secured it, and I was getting spun, and I just could see the pylon like just directly in front of me. I was like, I can reach that. So I just kind of felt my body contorting. I was like, okay, I got to get this reached over before this foot comes off the ground.
They're going to take a look at this thing because it looks like that foot stays in bounds, and as he rolls out of bounds, nothing seems to touch, and he extends that ball and seems to break the plane.
They're reviewing it right now.
They were like, oh, we're going to review it. And I was like, oh, dude, I think I definitely scored. There's no way I didn't score if they're reviewing it.
You're past the pylon, bro. That's all I'm saying. That's past the pylon.
Me and Mo started talking. You can hear us. He's like, bro.
You scored, just run over there and start dancing.
Huh? If they say you scored, you just got to run in the end zone and celebrate.
No, I'm not going to do it.
I'm not going to do that.
That's past the pylon.
I'm going to be a football player till the day I die.
In my mind, in my heart, in my head, in my soul, I was like, I've got to have this touchdown. I'm going to get it.
The runner stretched the ball out inside the pylon across the goal line prior to touching out of bounds. It is a touchdown.
I got it. Yeah, I got it over. We were hyped. I was hyped. I was like, yeah. Do I get to celebrate now? And then the field goal team started running on.
It's fitting that Kylin's first touchdown. He doesn't even get to celebrate.
Hey, no, I told him if they rule you touchdown, just go start dancing at it.
Oh, God, it feels good.
I didn't get to do my dance or anything like that. So, you know. You gotta take something to give something. You know.
I apologize for my lack of celebration on my touchdown. It was kind of weird because, you know, they reviewed it, so there was not a lot of whole hoopla. You know, it kind of broke up the momentum of the moment, so I'm happy.
First touchdown, congratulations, buddy.
Oh, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. It was a magical moment. I was just happy everyone could come out to see it.
I scored. I knew, but I just got to have more confidence. I knew I scored. No one else did, though.
Kylin Granson, his first career NFL touchdown. Took a little longer, but they got it right.
That's a wrap for this week's Colts 360. We'll see you Sunday afternoon at Lucas Oil Stadium for Indiana Knights as the Colts host the Browns. In the meantime, stay up to date with all the latest Colts news, Colts.com, the Colts app, and of course, the official Colts podcast available anywhere you get your podcasts. And here's a preview of this week's episode.
Lost to the Jaguars. We call it a learning experience. Lessons to take going forward from that. Joe Wright said it best. You dug that little nugget up. 7 turnovers against the Jaguars in 2 games, 8 total on the year. So they're playing good against everybody else, but the division rivals, come on. Give me some takeaways from that, because they obviously tough to run the football against that front, but also tough to run the football when you're playing catch-up.
Yeah, I think the worry thing, the thing here that the Colts are going to need to figure out is the NFL is a copycat league, right? So teams might see, okay, the Jaguars are playing, they're playing heavy personnel no matter who the Colts are running out there. The Colts would spread it with 4 wide. Jaguars would still be in their base personnel with all those guys packed up on the D-line, 4 DBs playing behind it. That's going to be something the Colts are going to have to figure out now with Gardner Minshew back there at quarterback, who doesn't have that same skill set that Anthony has to take it around the edge and run it on zone reads and read options. So it's going to be interesting to kind of see what the Colts counter is. I think the one thing that I've come to learn about Shane Steichen is that he's got some other solutions in his toolkit. It's not just, well, we do this and we just have to do this better. I think you can find some different schematic tweaks to get around that are going to be interesting to kind of follow over these next couple of weeks. Because, by the way, the Browns, great defense. The Saints, great defense. These next 2 games at home are going to be big tests for the Colts offense against, to me, 2 of the top 5-10 defenses in the NFL. The Jaguars, by the way, they got a real good defense.
Sure they do.
Over there. They got some dudes. They got a really good defensive coordinator in Mike Caldwell. This is going to be kind of a real interesting test to see where the Colts are before you get into that November stretch, or you get on the plane to Carolina and then you go face Bill Belichick. This kind of 4-game stretch to me is going to be really telling for what the Colts can be this year, because you got some good defenses in there. You got some good defensive coordinators you're going to go against that Shane Steichen's going to have to match wits against. And we'll kind of see what those solutions might be